What if nature gave warnings before catastrophe struck? What if people saw the signs but ignored them? What if survival was just a matter of paying attention? Today, we're diving into 13 eerie warnings that appeared before history's deadliest disasters. Real signs, real tragedies, real lives lost. And number 1, thousands ignored it and paid the ultimate price. I'm your host at Ominus, where history's darkest moments reveal their secrets. Let's begin. Number 13, the rats that knew. Tangshan, China, July 1976. Days before the earthquake that killed 242,000 people, something bizarre happens. Rats pour out of buildings, thousands of them, running through streets in broad daylight, panicked, desperate. Residents notice but dismiss it. Just rats being rats, right? Wrong. Animals sense seismic activity before humans can. Their behavior screams danger, but nobody listens. Then, at 3:42 a.m. on July 28th, the earth splits open, magnitude 7.5. The city collapses in seconds, entire families buried alive. And those rats, long gone. They knew. They tried to warn you, but you were too busy to notice. Sometimes the smallest creatures carry the biggest messages, and sometimes we're just too arrogant to listen. Number 12, the blood-red sky. Krakatoa, Indonesia, August 1883. For days before the eruption, the sky turns crimson, deep, unnatural red. Sailors report it from hundreds of miles away. Locals whisper about angry gods. The color intensifies each evening. Beautiful, terrifying, photogenic. But what causes it? Ash particles already venting from the volcano, scattering light at unusual angles. Nature's final warning painted across the heavens. August 27th arrives. Krakatoa explodes with a force of 200 megatons. The sound heard 3,000 miles away. Tsunamis kill 36,000 people. And that red sky? It was the volcano bleeding into the atmosphere days before it died. You were staring at death itself, admiring it, taking it in, while it prepared to swallow everything whole. Number 11, the silence before Vesuvius. Pompeii, 79 AD. August 24th starts normal, then animals go quiet. Dogs stop barking, birds vanish from the sky. An eerie, unnatural silence blankets the city. Some residents feel uneasy, most ignore it. After all, Mount Vesuvius hasn't erupted in centuries. It's just a mountain. Harmless, scenic even. The silence lasts for hours. Then, at 1 p.m., Vesuvius detonates. A column of ash and gas shoots 20 miles into the sky. By nightfall, Pompeii is buried under 13 feet of volcanic debris. 2,000 people suffocated or burned alive, frozen in their final moments. And that silence? It was nature holding its breath, giving you one last chance to run. But you stayed, and you became a statue for tourists to photograph 2,000 years later. If you're getting chills, hit that subscribe button, because the warnings only get darker from here. Number 10, the Tsunami Stones, Japan's coastline. For centuries, stone markers dot the hills. Ancient warnings carved in Japanese. Do not build below this point. Remember the calamity of tsunamis. High dwellings ensure peace for our descendants. These stones mark where previous tsunamis reached. Some are 600 years old. They're literal instructions from the dead. Build here and live. Build lower and drown. March 11, 2011. The Tohoku earthquake triggers a massive tsunami. Waves reach 128 feet in some areas. Towns built below the stones are obliterated. Over 18,000 dead or missing. But villages that obeyed the markers? Minimal damage. Those stones saved lives. Your ancestors literally wrote you a survival guide. They begged you from beyond the grave. Some listened, most didn't. And the ocean collected what it was owed. Number 9, the Glowing Bay, India, December 2004. Days before the tsunami, fishermen report something strange. The ocean glows at night. Bioluminescent algae covering the surface. Beautiful blue-green light rippling across the water. Tourists flock to see it, take photos, videos. It's magical, except it's not magic, it's stress. When tectonic plates shift underwater, they release chemicals, disturb deep ocean currents, stress marine life. The algae glow as a defense mechanism. It's an SOS from the ocean floor. December 26th hits. The Indian Ocean tsunami kills 230,000 people across 14 countries. And that glowing bay? It was screaming danger in the only language it knew. You just thought it was Instagram-worthy. Nature's distress signal mistaken for a photo opportunity. Number 8, the Dogs of San Francisco. April 17, 1906, San Francisco. Night before the great earthquake, dogs across the city go insane. Howling, barking, scratching at doors. Owners let them out. The dogs run, just run, away from the city, into the hills. Dozens of reports flood in. Something's wrong with the animals. Veterinarians have no explanation. Must be a full moon. rabies outbreak, mass hysteria. 5:12 a.m., April 18th. Magnitude 7.9 earthquake rips through San Francisco. Buildings collapse, gas lines rupture, fires rage for 3 days, over 3,000 dead. And those dogs? Found alive in the hills days later. They felt the pressure building beneath the earth, felt the tension in the faults, and they ran, while you slept soundly in buildings about to become coffins. Number 7. The disappearing water. December 26, 2004, Thailand. Morning of the tsunami. Tourists on Patong Beach notice something odd. The water recedes, far beyond low tide. Hundreds of meters, the ocean floor exposed, fish flopping, boats resting on sand. People walk out, curious, taking selfies with stranded sea life. Look at this, so weird, so cool. But a few locals know better. They scream, "Run! Get to high ground, now!" Some tourists listen, most don't. They keep filming, keep walking further out. 10 minutes later, the water returns. Not gently, as a 30-foot wall traveling 500 m/s. Those tourists filming, gone, swept away instantly. Your last video shows the wave approaching. The camera drops, transmission ends. The ocean pulled back to gather strength. It showed you exactly what was coming, and you walked toward it. Drop a comment right now. Have you ever ignored a gut feeling that turned out to be right? Let's talk about it. Number 6. The earthquake lights. L'Aquila, Italy, April 2009. Weeks before the earthquake, residents report strange lights in the sky. Bright flashes, no storms, no lightning. Just random bursts of white and blue light hovering over the mountains. Some think UFOs. Others think military testing. Scientists dismiss the reports. Probably electrical interference. Nothing to worry about. April 6, 2009. Magnitude 6.3 earthquake hits at 3:32 a.m. 309 people killed. Thousands injured. Entire neighborhoods collapse. And those lights? Confirmed real. Earthquake lights occur when tectonic stress generates electrical charges in certain rocks. The charges release as visible light. Science now accepts this. But in 2009, dismissed as crazy talk, those lights were real. The warning was real. And 309 people died because nobody took flashy mountains seriously. Number 5. The birds of Chernobyl, Pripyat, Ukraine, April 25, 1986. Day before the reactor explodes, birds abandon the area. Crows, sparrows, pigeons, gone. Nests left full of eggs, no explanation. Plant workers notice but don't report it. Just birds migrating early. Happens sometimes, except it doesn't happen like this. Not this suddenly, not this completely. 1:23 a.m., April 26th. Reactor 4 explodes. Radioactive material released is 400 times more than Hiroshima. 31 immediate deaths, thousands more from radiation exposure over the following years. And those birds? Scientists later discover birds can sense radiation levels and electromagnetic changes before humans detect them. They felt the reactor destabilizing, and they left. While you stayed and breathed poison, thinking everything was normal? Number 4. The smell before Halifax, Halifax, Canada. December 6, 1917. Morning arrives cold and clear, but residents near the harbor smell something. Chemical, sharp, unpleasant. They see 2 ships in the harbor. The Mont Blanc, loaded with explosives, and the Imo. The ships collide at low speed, seems minor. The Mont Blanc catches fire. Dock workers gather to watch. That smell intensifies. 20 minutes later, the Mont Blanc explodes. Largest man-made explosion before nuclear weapons. 2,000 killed instantly, 9,000 injured. A tsunami wipes out the Mi'kmaq community. And that smell? It was benzyl vapors leaking from ruptured barrels. The chemical warning that said, "Run now or die in 20 minutes." Some ran. Most stayed to watch the pretty fire. Pretty things kill you. Number 3. The earthquake weather, Haiti, January 12, 2010. All day the air feels wrong, heavy, oppressive despite clear skies. No breeze, the heat unbearable. Animals restless, people irritable. Local elders recognize it. Earthquake weather, they call it. An old belief, dismissed by science. But the elders know. They felt it before. In 1842, in 1751, they tell their families. Most laugh it off. 4:53 p.m. Magnitude 7.0 earthquake. Epicenter 16 miles from Port-au-Prince. 220,000 dead. 300,000 injured. 1.5 million homeless. And that weather? Scientists now admit atmospheric pressure changes before major seismic events. The air literally thickens. Your elders weren't superstitious. They were experienced. They remembered when others forgot, and they tried to warn you using the only language they had, ancestral knowledge. Halfway through, smash that like button if these stories are getting under your skin. Number 2, the well water warning. Sichuan, China, May 2008. Days before the earthquake, well water throughout the region does something impossible. It bubbles, boils without heat. Some wells drain completely overnight, others overflow. Chemical smell rises from the ground. Residents report to authorities. Must be contamination, industrial runoff. Authorities investigate but find nothing. May 12th, 2:28 p.m. Magnitude 7.9 earthquake. Nearly 70,000 dead, 18,000 missing, 375,000 injured. And that water? Seismic pressure forces underground gases and liquids to the surface. The earth was literally venting, releasing pressure any way it could. Your drinking water was screaming at you. It couldn't scream louder. But contamination seemed more logical than catastrophe, so you waited. And the earth opened beneath your feet. Number 1. The animals before tsunami. December 26, 2004, across the Indian Ocean. Hours before the tsunami, something unprecedented happens. Elephants in Sri Lanka break chains and stampede to high ground. Flamingos in India abandon low-lying breeding grounds. Dogs in Thailand refuse to go near beaches. Water buffalo in Indonesia climb hills. Tourists think it's cute. Nature documentary stuff. Take photos, post online. Then 7:59 a.m. hits. Magnitude 9.1 earthquake, third strongest ever recorded. Tsunamis follow. 230,000 people killed across 14 countries. Entire coastal communities erased. But in Yala National Park, Sri Lanka, with abundant wildlife, no dead animals. Zero. They all moved inland, every single one. They felt the earthquake's pressure waves traveling through the earth, felt the ocean pulling back, and they ran. Humans. We had the same warning, the same time to react. But we're trained to trust technology over instinct, to dismiss gut feelings as paranoid, to assume we're smarter than creatures we call dumb. Those animals didn't have warning systems, seismographs, emergency broadcasts. They had millions of years of evolution screaming, "Move now," and they listened. While we stood on beaches filming the water pulling back, marveling at exposed ocean floor, posting it online, until the wall of water came. And by then, it was too late. So there you have it. 13 warnings before 13 disasters. Nature always announces catastrophe. The question is, are you arrogant enough to ignore it? Which warning terrified you most? Drop your thoughts below. If you're into the dark, the disturbing, the truths history tried to bury, subscribe to Ominus. New videos every 3 days. You don't want to miss what's coming. Next time, 13 ominous families with generations of bad luck. Bloodlines cursed by tragedy. Fortunes that destroy everyone who inherits them. Patterns so dark, they defy coincidence. You'll question whether luck is random or something far more sinister. Stay safe out there. When animals run, you run. When water recedes, you climb. When the sky turns red, you prepare. Nature speaks in warnings. Your ancestors listened. Maybe it's time you did too. I'm out.